If you're here, it's because you're into Titanfall. And if you're like me, you've been playing this since day one. And it's kind of gotten to the point where you start to know just about everything about this game. And then the question that you have to ask yourself, is it enough? Is it time to move on from Titanfall? What's there left to experience? This was the last thing that was changed before the developers left. And I've grown to just like it on the wide open maps. Because that's all that's left for me in Titanfall. I have to experience everything. I go from long range to short range to lasers. We may not have too many playlists. For the most part, we're all playing attrition, pilots versus pilots, or Titans versus Titan. Everything else in between is the wasteland. From lasers to grapple, and you've all seen my progression with the grapple. Doesn't matter if you go up, down, across, behind me, it doesn't matter. I'm there to grapple you. But even at some point I have to ask, is that enough? And in speed life, if you're not first or last, it's like, what are you talking about? You can be second, third, right? So I've been living a lie? Maybe it's not all about speed. I don't enjoy just shooting guys down too much. I prefer to grapple them. Or just watch them sometimes. It was a good try. You'll get up there next time. And every so often I just like to go back to the good old days with amped weapons and an alternator and just gun guys down. Old habits die hard. I even took off my kill counter because I'm just like, you don't want to know. Once I've done one good thing in Titanfall, I'm just compelled to try to do better ones. And that's what I like about this game, is that it has that freedom. There's enough strategy and enough open-endedness to it that I can come up with new ways to do things. And is that enough? On some days, yeah. But like any real relationship, it has to evolve, and it has to be a two-way street. I can't just love Titanfall. Titanfall has to love me back. Did you really just try to nuke eject me? This isn't year one. Taking a retrospective into Titanfall, they nerfed the nuke eject back in the day. I don't know if it was the damage or just the points you got from killing people, but that was a skill curve thing. Like, that's not a problem these days. Like, people are gonna laugh at you when you're running nuke eject for the most part, unless you're trying to do something funny with North Star. I love this core. Bring it, Tone. Yeah, nah, you don't got it. Did you notice how I boosted out of the hover? If this guy turned into a plane, I wouldn't even be surprised. Like, the thrusters are amazing. Look at this. I should be able to fly more, make everything more powerful in this game. Like, just turn it up, like, on its head. Make the levels bigger, make the guys faster, make the Titans faster. The fact that the pilots have such good mobility means that you can take so many freedoms with your level design that weren't really taken into account in regards to the mobility. Grappling hook for all, and you can make the maps insane like a Super Smash Bros. Stage. And if you've ever doubted my wizardry with grenades, behold. Ooh, that's single fire. Yeah. I Spitfire. I'm not even hiding it. Sometimes I'm just playing straight up. I'm to the point in this game where I forget things. Oh, you could step on there, like on Homestead. You know that rock people like to take? The one that I took in my video, the King of the Hill. That rock, you can actually step up to it with a Titan where you get a clear view of the top, and you can backhand them right off. Just flick them right off of there. And even though I forget a lot about this game, you guys have reminded me and told me things I just straight up didn't know. Tempered plating? I was under the impression that you still took some damage. Apparently you don't take any damage. I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was a decrease, not a complete bypass. Like, why aren't you guys telling me this? I was looking silly out there. Is it good? I need a little bit more testing. But I have had some really good moments with it, so yeah. So it was all part of the same game. Anyway, so it's just kind of become all standard stuff that I do in Titanfall. And is it stale? It's not stale because it is so open-ended, it is so free, and there is a lot of strategy and a lot of ways to play the game that keeps me coming back. That being said, is this enough? Because that's really the theme that I'm going for today. Is this enough? And I think it's pretty obvious to anybody watching this video that I clearly enjoy the game, or I wouldn't do the things I do in it. But a good game on its own is not enough. At least not in my opinion. I think what this game is lacking is direction. It has a very big lack of community support, which is like the opposite of big. I guess it would be very little support. All they do is alternate the alternating playlist that never alternates. Who did the playlist for the duels and put in a Spitfire? Like, come on. Come on. And considering we're getting into year 3, I think now's a good time to let us know if Titanfall 3 is coming. You don't have to tell us when. You just have to say Titanfall 3, not on mobile, is coming. You don't even have to put in the near future or in the future or any words after that. Just say it's coming, and that'll be enough. But for now, are we the little community that could? Because that's what I feel like whenever I'm looking into the Titanfall community. Like, our Twitch presence is small, our Reddit presence is small, our YouTube presence is small. Like, overall, this community is very small. What do we average on Xbox? I think around 5,000 a night. So, like, those numbers aren't bad. Like, we always find good matchups, and it's actually really cool to continuously go up against people. But you don't really need a small community for that. All you need is a matchmaking feature that lets you stay in the lobby. So there's so many things that could make this game better, but I understand that this game's done. But the support should have never been cut out. Like making small weapon balances, alternating the playlist in a reasonable time frame. A lot of things that, even just some small things. I saw one Reddit post that said, "Is a community manager ever listening in?" And he said, "Yes, I am." And people were like, "Whoa, he's here, this is awesome." And it's like, no. Coming into a chat and being like, "Yeah, we listen," but never actually interacting in any meaningful way, that's not what a community manager... You're practically off then. You're on hiatus from your community management services for Titanfall. You might as well say that. That's just the way I see it, guys. We're pretty much getting to the end of the video, so I'm gonna leave it at that. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down, you know? Do you? Anyways, I'm Paper. Cut to you. And I'll see you guys next time. What do we got here? Spitfire kill to end it? Nah. Grenades! Oh, we got him on the first one. Alright, whatever.